Alright, so here we are again. These are all of the things that we've grown from seed. You saw these a few months ago, but they're looking a lot different now. I know much less about which ones are which than I did before. We've been through a lot of stuff. We've killed a lot of these plants. I don't know if you remember how many we had before, but as many as this looks like, we had a lot more. We also have these. The only one that I can tell you that's unique is this guy here. He's got the singular leaf. You might remember him from the last episode that I did with these guys. So that's him. We've also got some transplants that we bought. That's jalapenos that we're going to put at the Mumford garden. These are two different lettuces. Believe it or not, this one we grew from scratch. Even though some of them I'm actually impressed with ourselves, that we've gotten them to look so good. Others, not so much. Over here we've got some that got really late starts somehow, and then they got drowned a little while ago. And yeah, they're not doing so hot. Our cucumbers have all been a disaster. Over here too. We've given up. I've given up on a lot of these. I can't grow cucumbers. Here we've got some that are decent, but I certainly don't feel like they're ready to go in any gardens. We have planted some. I'll show you later, but yeah, they're not doing so hot either. Here we've got some tomatoes that got started a little bit late, but they're pretty decent. We've got all different kinds of stages. Here we have our jalapenos. These I was feeling kind of hopeless about until we brought them outside and it started to get warmer out. And then they started to really look much better. And so they're definitely not anywhere near the ones that we bought at the store. We find that when we go to the stores, we're very discouraged about the things that we've been growing inside. But I suppose they're much better at this than we are. I'll show you some other stuff in a sec, but I wanted to show you guys some raspberry shoots from our bush garden, which I'll show you next. We ripped these out from the base of our other raspberries that were sort of spreading a bit much. And I think they are going to Annie's house, Annie home. So good for them. They're going to find a new home. So we're gonna hurry up a little bit because mosquitoes are starting to come out and we're getting eaten up. But this is our topsy-turvy for our strawberries. So we're starting to get some strawberries that we're happy about. We did get a rough start and we don't have a place to hang it. So yeah, we're getting mixed results. We did definitely kill some of the bottom rows because we had them sitting on concrete and we have a feeling that it was the heat that was killing them. Here's our blueberry bushes. We've got two because we heard that they do better in pairs. Oh, that hurt. We've also got marigolds hanging out by all the berries because we do have some bunnies around and we hope that they're not going to mess with us. You'll also see some hair on the floor. We've heard that dog hair does well, so if you're going to be giving your doggy a trimming, hold on to the hairs and throw them into your garden, and it supposedly should let the bunnies know that there's somebody patrolling around. What she's looking at here is the blackberry. We're excited about that. You can see the little balls starting to form, and then a bunch of flowers. Yeah, exciting stuff. Also up here. And lastly is our raspberry. Sorry, some of the strawberries that didn't fit in the topsy-turvy ended up in the ground. Over there. And then lastly is our raspberry. This is where those shoots came from. This is a wilder, much wilder plant. It's grown in all kinds of directions. I noticed today for the first time that it's sort of dying a little bit underneath. which I don't know how that's all going to work out, but maybe since it spread so far, that might be part of the problem. This is the keeper of the bush garden. She watches over. So lastly is our original garden. This is the one that you saw in our videos last year. This is where the oval garden was before. We've blocked off our entrances with marigolds again. Hopefully the bunnies won't get in. We'll see though. The reason that we're leaving this open is because we have this asparagus that we started growing last year and we thought wasn't going to come back, or we thought was going to be bad. But after doing some research, found out that it takes 3 years for them to do their thing. So this is what year 2 looks like. Last year was just these tiny little things that would grow maybe like that big. And they were super skinny. This time it actually started to look a little bit like asparagus coming up. And we heard we're supposed to just let it grow all the way through the season and then cut it. And next year is when we get to eat asparagus. So that'll be exciting. But we have to wait for next year. I guess we'll work our way back. We've got a row of tomatoes. Last year we had the tomatoes in the back row. And we heard that it's not good to put the tomatoes in the same spot 2 years in a row. So we put them up front this year. The ones I'm showing you right now are all transplants. One of them is from Blooming Fest, this one. Sorry, that was another bug. This one's from Blooming Fest. The other ones I don't know, but this one is the only plant that we have grown from seed that is surviving and thriving and we're feeling good about, and is actually in the ground and not in a pot on a table. So yeah, this is the champion. We've also got some cucumbers that we grew from seed. Not so happy about that. You're seeing it right next to a transplant. Transplant, grew it from seed. You can see why we get discouraged. Again, transplant, grew it from seed. And then that one we grew from seed. I don't think those things are even going to survive, but we'll see. That's another tomato, and then a pepper. Yeah, that one's got a little something growing already. So we might have a tomato coming up, or maybe we'll pluck it to see if we can get some strength. And then jalapeno and some other kind of hot pepper. So that's it. This is what it looks like. We built this trellis actually. Whoop. For all of the viney things we were hoping to have. We thought there was going to be a lot of cucumbers there, and I guess not so much. But we bought that wood. It was a bundle of wood that we got for like 15 bucks at Home Depot, and then we just started stapling and nailing them together in a formation that made sense to me, not so much Diana. But we'll see how it goes. And that's it. Anything else, Diana? No. No, you're happy?
Owl's back.
What?
Little buddy owls.
Oh, right, the owl's back.
Protector of the other garden.
Yep, yep. You're cute.